D. E.
721973, part 1, take 1, thriller 1.
H.
Magnificent, isn't she?
Why are they always she?
Beg your pardon?
Cars, why are they always she?
Don't know. Perhaps because they are so sensuous. She is magnificent.
Been haunting me all week. I live just around the corner and I pass by every day. And every day I stop. May I,
Please.
How much is she?
Is this a serious inquiry?
Deadly. You may be dealing with my entire life savings.
Well, we have it priced up at £6,500. Let's see, in dollars that would be...
I think I can make the equation. It's an awful lot of money.
It's an awful lot of motor car.
Peter. I really blew my mind today. And my bank balance.
That's it. That's great.
Here? I bought myself a new car.
Good.
Actually, it's an investment, though.
That's money.
Thanks.
Does it match this year's color? The car?
Well, it isn't new. You never know it. It's only had one owner, Peter.
Did I tell you about von... whatever his name is, the German?
Yeah.
He's here. Flew in today. Wants to meet you. He runs half the fashion mags in his country and the other half don't matter.
All right. I'll meet him. I'll charm him.
It's not just for me. I mean, I get a commission, but guess who he wants for the model?
All right, I'll meet him. Set it up, okay? Now, don't you want to see it?
See what?
You. My car. Come on, my new horseless carriage. Oh, and I do mean carriage. I didn't even take a test run. I knew it was for me.
How? Did you have your monogram on the door?
You'll see why. Well, isn't it beautiful? Peter, say something.
I don't believe it.
Oh, it's real. And it is packed with labor-saving devices. Actually, a girl could get fat from the lack of exercise. But what a lack. Oh, Peter. Darling.
Where did you get it?
It was outside with a note from an anonymous admirer. Where do you think I got it? In the showroom around the corner.
Helen, it's crazy.
What?
It's too big. It's too expensive. It's ridiculous.
It's my whim of the week.
Whim? Darn expensive whim. For pity's sake, how much did it cost you?
6,300 pounds. In pounds, it sounds less.
6,300.
Actually, I beat him down. It was-
Down?
Are you jealous?
Helen, darling, don't be so darn foolish. Jealous? Why should I be? It's you I'm thinking of, your finances.
I can afford it. Just.
Just, there's the crux of the matter. Look, let's be logical about this. You live in town, right? You take cabs almost everywhere. Now, what do you want with a wagon like this? What on earth compelled you to buy it?
Compelled me? Peter, it's a... Well, it's a status symbol. It'll pay for itself in publicity.
You of all people, I mean, you just don't need a prop to boost you. Just you yourself is enough.
It's my money.
Yes, and you shouldn't be trusted to handle it.
Oh, wow. You sound like my financial advisor or agent or something.
Well, aren't I almost? From the moment you arrived here, who set up almost all your assignments? Who's looked after you?
You have, Peter, but I...
Right, and I'm advising you now. Send it back.
Send it back.
You just don't need a car like
How
this.
do you know what I need? It's mine. I had to have it.
Had to. Look, if you send it back now, tell them we've had second thoughts. They'll understand. You probably won't lose more. Do you realize how much a car like this will cost you to run? Helen? I'll come back when you've recovered your sanity. Actually, it's von Pianetskarhart. I think von what's his name is easier, don't you? He wants to meet us for lunch tomorrow. I suggested that new place, Panino's. You wanted to go there, haven't you?
Woman. Guess it had to be a woman.
What are you talking about?
Oh, thanks. When I was out driving just a little while ago, I was on a country road and there was nothing around, and all of a sudden I heard a scream.
Probably somebody noticed the way you drive.
No. It was inside the car. Really. Right inside. It was terrible.
It was the car. It had to be, didn't it? Probably a brake seizing up, a screech of metal.
Is that possible?
Well, it happens. Not often, but it does. I told you, get rid of that car.
Peter.
All right, keep it if it pleases you so much. You'll be there, won't you?
Where?
Tomorrow, von what's his name?
Oh, yes, of course. What time?
Oh, about 1 o'clock. That all right?
Yeah.
You can try out your new status symbol on him. It's quite easy to park around there.
Is it?
Oh, you don't even know where Panino's is, do you? You go down Hamilton Terrace and turn right into Marlborough Place. Have you got it?
Mm-hmm.
She's bound to be a little bit late. All women are, aren't they?
Not in my country.
Oh, no, not in your country. Women are always early in your country. Helen won't be that late, so, meanwhile, if you want to go ahead. Could begin the discussion without her.
You are a photographer.
Yes.
Quite a good one. Not the most brilliant, but a good one.
Well, I try.
Good photographers are, what is the phrase? 10 a something.
10 a penny.
Exactly. Miss Cook, that is different. Personally, she is not my taste at all. But at this moment, her face, her body, they are the mode. They are in demand.
I can assure you...
No, you cannot assure me. My assurance is damaged. I want Miss Cook. I will tolerate you. And what happens? I get you and no Miss Cook. Now, in my country...
Mr. Carr?
No, me.
Call for you, signore.
Hello? In Reigate? That's miles out in the country. It's 40 miles from London. What in the hell are you doing in Reigate?
I tried to turn the wheel, and it wouldn't. It just kept going.
You mean the car steering jam? Is that what you mean? Why didn't you stop?
I couldn't.
Helen, it just isn't good enough.
Peter, the car wouldn't let me. Before I knew what was happening, I was out of town in Reigate. And then I found myself on the road to Hitherton.
What
Now
do you mean, Hitherton?
Yeah, it's a little village just outside.
I know what it
of-
is. At least I think I do.
I'm sorry.
Oh. I told you, didn't I? Get rid of that car.
What do you think it is? Not being able to turn the wheel. And that scream that I heard yesterday.
Now where?
We interrupt this program to bring you an important news item. A few moments ago, shots were fired from the public gallery of the House of Commons. A man has been arrested. As yet, we have no news as to whether anyone has been injured. There will be a fuller report later, at 10 o'clock. We now return you to the Tchaikovsky concert.
It's ridiculous. I don't believe a word of it.
Well, then I must be lying.
No. I didn't say that. Maybe you imagined it. Perhaps you even dreamed
Peter,
it.
it happened. That radio played a program that was 3 months old. Actually, more than 3 months old. I checked this morning. That shooting took place on April 2nd.
Oh, really, Helen?
That's not all, Peter. The concert the announcer interrupted, Tchaikovsky. There was a Tchaikovsky concert playing on April 2nd.
Well, so what's your explanation?
Well, I don't have one, except that it's got something to do with this car.
I told you, the car's jinxed.
No, it's not jinxed. Not jinxed.
All right, it's not the car. It's you.
Me?
Maybe April the 2nd has a special significance for you. Perhaps you're driving along, daydreaming.
I was not daydreaming.
Well, the point about daydreaming is that you don't always know that you're doing it.
All right, April 2nd. What? Wait a minute, I remember. I was doing a series of ads for Kenny. You were out of town. You had to go to the country to visit some people or something, and Kenny took over. Now, why would that be significant?
I don't.
No, that's not the answer, Peter. I'm sure of it. Peter. Blood.
It's brake fluid. The dye that color so it won't get mixed up. It shouldn't be leaking like that. That explains the scream. It's brake fluid.
I've never opened this. The trunk. Boot, whatever you call it. I've never seen inside of it.
Well, it's just the spare wheel tools.
Open it, Peter.
Helen.
I want to see inside.
All right. It's locked. See for yourself. Here. Now, what are you expecting to find?
What's in there?
I told you, it's the spare wheel tools.
Open it up.
It's very sinister.
Treasure trove.
It looks valuable.
No, paste.
I don't think so. Those are diamonds, then it is valuable.
So it's valuable.
She lost it.
She? Yes, I suppose it is fair to imagine, unless the person was very avant-garde, a woman once did own that.
It doesn't have a clip. It's for a woman with pierced ears.
And she was left-handed, blonde, and collected pottery.
Look at the part that goes through the ear. It's all bent out of shape.
Somebody's trodden it.
Or it was pulled off. Violently. Maybe during a struggle.
What are you driving at?
I knew I was going to find something.
How could you possibly know?
I knew. The car told me.
In a breathless whisper. It has a reputation for being pretty quiet, pretty close-mouthed.
Oh, don't laugh at me, Peter.
Well, what do you expect me to do? You... For the last 2 days, you've been behaving like someone with a one-way ticket to a booby hatch.
Ever since I bought the car.
Yeah, well, you must admit, it has gone to your head.
That car is haunted. Or wait a minute. It's possessed by a psychic presence. I don't know what those terms are, but
Now I know you're crazy. Look, do you approve
Well,
of my
look at the
selection?
facts.
Facts? What facts? You imagine streams, radio
I didn't
programs.
imagine them. They happened. All those things happened. You can't explain them away.
I can. I can with one simple fact of my own. Oh, darling, you're on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Peter.
And it's probably my fault. I've been pushing you too hard. Driving my own ambition at the speed of light and not noticing what it's been doing to you.
You're wrong, Peter. You're
No,
wrong.
no.
I don't care what you say. I'm going to find out.
You're going to have the car exercised? Call in the witch finder general, darling. I'm not going to let you make a fool of yourself.
One careful owner. Why didn't I think of that before? It's in the registration book, for heaven's sakes. The previous owner. Here it is. John Philip J.C., the High Lodge. Reigate. Reigate, Peter.
I'll tell Mr. J.C. you're here, Miss,
Cook. Helen Cook.
Yes, Miss Cook. He might be a few minutes, though. I don't like to disturb him while he's shooting.
Shooting.
Clay pigeons. Mr. J.C. is a very good shot, miss. If it moves, he rarely misses.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Mr. J.C.?
No, I'm afraid not. I'm just the hired help around here. Freddie Green.
Hello.
I'm Mr. J.C.'s secretary. Aide de camp, you name it. Flattered you should think I was him, though. He's very rich, you see. Helen Cook, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any reason to be here, except that Hawkins, the butler, you know, Said there was an exceptionally pretty girl here to see Mr. Jacey. Hawkins is inclined to exaggeration, but not this time. Can I get you a drink?
Well, I don't think
Mr. Jacey would want me to. Promise.
All right.
Fine. Sherry?
All right. What does Mr. J.C. do?
It would be easier to list what he doesn't do. Oil, building, publication, electronics. When somebody bakes a pie, he gets a finger into it. My God.
What's wrong?
But that car outside, I presume it's yours. Looks just like the one we got rid of.
It is.
What?
That is why I'm here to see Mr. J.C.
The same one. Back to roost again.
Well, not exactly to roost. I'm not staying that long.
No? Oh, that's a pity. You, want him to buy it back or something?
No. Well, it's silly, actually. Had I known that Mr. J.C. was so busy and important, I wouldn't have bothered him personally, but...
Oh, good morning, sir. This is Miss Cook.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. To preserve the hearing, you know. I lip-read the cook. The other name.
Helen.
We haven't met, have we?
No. As a matter of fact, I was just saying maybe I shouldn't have bothered you
Oh,
personally.
no bother, no bother.
It's about the car, sir.
Car?
Yes, it's yours, sir. Miss Cook is the proud new owner.
That's why I'm here.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Well, you see, I bought the car as an investment. They do go up in value, don't they?
If you keep it long enough in original condition.
Well, that's it. Original condition. You see, I can't find the handbook.
The handbook?
Yes. Well, I suppose I could get another one from the manufacturer, but that wouldn't be authentic. It wouldn't be
A
original.
handbook. Well, I dare say, Freddie, where would that be, do you think?
Well, if anywhere, sir. In your desk.
Well, let's take a look, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Your wife is very beautiful. I'm sorry, I just assumed it was your
Have
wife.
no wife, Miss Cook. Not anymore.
I'm sorry that she died.
Miss Cook, I'm sure Freddie can cope with this, if you'll excuse me. Has been nice meeting you.
I'm awfully sorry if I said anything that it would...
It's not your fault. How could you know?
Is that his wife?
Yes, that's her, all right. Sheila.
What happened to her?
She fell in love. At least that was the conclusion. Seen in town a couple of times with a young man. One day she'd gone. He pretends she never existed. And he won't get rid of the photograph. That must mean something.
Didn't he ever try and persuade her to come back?
Didn't know where to contact her even if he wanted to. But I doubt his pride would have let him. Mind you, I'll never tell him this. But he's better off without her.
What do you mean?
Ah, a gentleman never tells. But he is better off. No, I think you're out of luck, Miss Cook.
What?
The handbook. No sign of it.
Oh. Well, that's all right. Thank you anyway.
Look, I tell you what. Scribble your address there. And if it turns up, I'll let you know.
All right. When did it happen, his wife?
Oh, not long ago.
Exactly when?
3 months ago.
April 2nd?
Well, yes, it was, but how did you know?
Listen, thanks so much for your help and for the drink. Goodbye now.
Hawkins?
Yes,
You helped me check the car over before we sold it, didn't you?
that's right.
The handbook was in it, wasn't it?
Definitely. The glove compartment, I remember distinctly.
Yes. So do I.
What did she want?
Not sure. Asked about Mrs. Jacey.
You'd tell her.
You tell her? What do you mean?
Well, you'd know more about Mrs. Jacey than most, wouldn't you?
I suppose you're happy that it's solved now. Hmm?
Solved.
Well, established a link. It's totally inexplicable. You'll never know the whole truth, but at least...
That's exactly what I intend to do, to find out the whole truth.
But what else is there to know?
I heard a woman scream. Mrs. Jacey disappeared. Now, something happened to her. Something terrible.
Now, you're guessing. You're just embroidering to give it a little extra drama. Now, why didn't you give that back?
I'm not sure.
That's stealing by finding. That's valuable if they find out that you've...
It's valuable now, is it? I thought you said it was paste.
You tell me Jacey's a rich man. Stands to reason his wife's jewelry would be real. I'll send it back.
No. No! Not yet.
Hello again.
Hello?
You do remember me. Why, it seems like only this morning that we first met.
Yeah. Well, come in.
Thanks.
Come on upstairs. Can I repay your hospitality?
Yes, I'd love a drink.
Scotch?
Splendid. Actually, this morning's booze belonged to Mr. Jacey. He owns everything out there. Even I sometimes think my soul. You live here alone?
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice. You have taste. I hope it extends to men.
I wondered about giving you my address.
You have me all wrong. This is a business call. After all, I promised you, didn't I?
Promised me what?
This. The handbook you wanted. It was at the back of the drawer.
Tell me, when she went out, did she take the car?
Helen, what is this? You've done nothing but ask me questions about Mrs. Jacey. What is your interest?
Morbid curiosity, I guess. Don't you know there isn't a woman alive who doesn't like scandal firsthand? You never answered my question.
The car? Well, no, I thought she had taken the car, but next morning it was in the garage, so she couldn't have, could she?
She might have, and you didn't know it.
And bring it back again? Why?
Well, what do the police say?
Police?
Well, if she didn't even know, then Mr. Jacey must have called the police.
Well, yes, he called them. Well, then it all began to come out. Things I already knew about her, the life she was leading. There were lots of men. I caught a glimpse of one of them once here in town myself. Well, she didn't see me, of course, but I saw them. Well, police made a search, some inquiries, and then came to the bitter truth. She'd run off. Still keeps that photograph, though.
Well, did he know about the kind of
No. We have exhausted the topic. I absolutely refuse to answer any more questions.
Peter.
So at long last you got around to visiting Paninos.
Yes. Peter, this is Freddie Green. Freddie Peter Tower.
Good evening.
I called you about an hour ago.
We were here.
You didn't tell me you had a date?
I didn't know. You see, Freddie was kind enough to bring me the handbook for the car. He works for Mr. J.C.
So she's got you in on it too, has she?
Darling, could you call me tomorrow? We were just about to leave.
Eh?
Well, you have to get back to Reigate tonight, don't you?
Well, yes, that's right.
Tomorrow, right?
Ciao.
Ciao, babe. Just one nightcap.
Sure you won't?
No. I've had enough.
You're a fraud, Miss Cook. All that business about the handbook. Just an excuse for, well, I don't know what. You are a fraud.
And you are a liar. This isn't my handbook. You know why? Because my handbook is downstairs in my garage.
Then I was right.
So was I.
I took it from our new car.
Why?
One, it was a good excuse to see you again. And two, you are up to something. Something that affects Mr. J.C. And if it affects him, it affects me. He's been good to me, trusted me. I haven't always lived up to that trust, but... well... what is all this about?
Murder. I'm guessing, but I think that's what it's about.
Murder? Who?
Mrs. J.C.
Excuse me, sir. Sir? I was just going to bed, sir. I wondered if there was anything else.
No, that'll be all, thank you, Hawkins. Pretty woman.
Sir?
That girl today, Helen something. Attractive.
As you say, sir.
Reminded me.
Sir?
Good night, Hawkins.
Well, I can see you're just like Peter. You don't believe a word of it, do you?
Peter.
Peter Tower. You met him at the restaurant tonight. He thinks I'm overdue for a new set of brains, too.
Oh, yes. Peter. Skeptical, was he?
Skeptical is the understatement of the year. And I can see you're just the same.
Dunno what to make of it. It's a weird story. Unreal.
Not to me.
No, obviously not.
Something happened in that car.
You can say that again. I used to borrow it sometimes. Well, what's the next move?
I intend to find out what happened.
How?
I'm going to let the car tell me. Now, look, that radio broadcast I heard was originally put out at 9:42.
So?
So why did I hear that and only that? Because that's when it must have happened, around 9:42.
April the 2nd, 3 months ago.
Somewhere in the Reigate area on the Hitherton Road.
Hitherton?
That's where the car took me. So, tomorrow night, I am going to take it to that place at that time.
And then what?
I don't know. But what else is there?
You could forget the whole thing.
Yes. Yes, that's what Peter says. But I can't forget it. Somehow it was all meant.
Yes, I was wondering about that. I mean, why you? Why not the car salesman? And there must have been others who took the test run. Why you?
I guess because I actually own the car. I've never admitted this to anyone before, but I didn't really want that car. But every time I passed the showroom, I couldn't help myself. But I didn't want it.
It wanted you.
Well, that's how it seemed. I don't know. I really don't. Maybe Peter's right. Maybe I am heading for a breakdown.
You seem okay to me. More than okay. I'd better be getting back. You haven't told anyone else, apart from Peter?
No.
I wouldn't if I were you. Invites mockery. And you're much too nice for that. Tomorrow night, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a waste of time.
It's my time.
Can you move back a little bit? I want a low angle.
I don't know if it was such a good idea using this car.
Well, it cost a fortune. So far, nothing but trouble. Might as well get your money back.
Nope.
But it's a good
Well,
background.
there are other backgrounds.
All right. I've got all I want anyway. What time are you leaving this evening?
About 8.
I'll be here dead on then.
Peter, I don't know.
You really
if
didn't think I was going to let you go on your own, did you?
It might not work with you along.
It's not going to work anyway.
If it's not going to work, why go along?
I don't believe in ghosts, but I do believe in trouble. And it's a dark and lonely place you're going to. And you're a pretty girl. See you at 8.
Try-on chemicals, start buying as soon as the market opens.
Right, sir.
And hold on the exploratory oils. I'll be going over to the rigs myself later on this week. I'll make a better judgment then.
Right.
Oh, and remind me to call Feast, will you? I'm not very happy about those end-of-the-year figures. There may be some hidden explanation. If not, I'll be selling gently over the next week or two. Don't want to start a panic. Bring the price down even lower. Now, these magazine accounts.
Mr. Jacey, do you think the rest could wait until tomorrow? I was rather hoping to get away by 8.
I dare say you could wait till Monday. It's nothing very critical. Yes, all right, you can go now if you want.
Thank you, sir.
A date, ready?
Sort of.
Well, make sure she's someone you can trust.
I will, sir.
Peter, I'm sorry.
Miss Cook,
Yes?
I am Hans von Pianaskahat.
Oh, yes.
But you are about to go out. It is inconvenient?
Well, I am going out in a few minutes, but please come in, won't you?
Thank you. Please go about your business, Miss Cook. I shall talk as you do so.
All right. I was just going to take these down to the car in case it gets cold.
Of course.
Well, if you'd like to come along, please do, Mr. Von Piers.
Hans, thank you.
Come on.
Not in my country. This is by way of a business call, Miss Cook. As you know, I am anxious to use you in fashion features throughout my magazines. I had hoped to contact you through Mr. Tower. I understood he wielded some influence over your career, but I see I am too late.
What?
Color? Same registration? And what did he get in return? An exclusive contract to your services? Over a long term, no doubt.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come now, Miss Cook. I am the wiliest of foxes. It is quite clear to me. I know this car well. I have ridden in it, both with J.P. Jacey and his delicious if obvious, wife.
Mr. J.C.
But surely you knew that he and I are rivals, in a friendly business sense. We are both involved, amongst other things, in publishing magazines. But he got to you first.
Got to me? Oh, no. Wait a minute. I bought this car with my own hard-earned money.
Yes. Perhaps in Britain there are some who would accept that. But in my country? However, we Germans do not like to be beaten. The last war was enough. What is the value of this car? 6,000? 7,000? 8 would be outrageous, so that is what I shall pay.
What?
Of course, in return, you will tear up whatever contract you have with JC and work for me exclusively. Well, it is poor business. But it will be compensation to outwit JPJC. Besides, this car has memories for me of JPJC and his delicious but obvious wife.
£8,000?
That's what he offered.
And a contract?
That too.
And I wasn't looking forward to this evening. Oh, Helen. Oh, I love you. I really love you. And who said that women hadn't got any business acumen? You did. You turned him down.
I turned him down.
A solid profit. And a future. For a ghost.
I have to see this through, Peter.
I brought a torch. Helen, this is crazy.
I didn't ask you to come along.
Let's stop now. Let's turn back before we make complete fools of ourselves.
Are you going out, sir?
I saw signs of a fox near the chicken run. They hunt at night. I thought I'd follow their example. There's nothing worse than a fox, Hawkins. Destruction. Wanton. They destroy everything they touch.
Yes, sir.
Now what?
I don't know. I've never been any farther than this.
There's nowhere else to go.
No, just some cart tracks. What time is it?
It's about 9:40.
Exactly.
9:41. $6 grand and the radio doesn't even work.
It isn't quite time yet.
This has gone far enough. We came here, right? I played your little game. Nothing's happened. Nothing's going to happen. So let's turn this darn thing around and...
It's 9:42.
Yes.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important news item. A few moments ago, shots were fired from the public gallery of the House of Commons. A man has been...
Let's get away from here. Now.
No. I'm going to see this through.
But to where?
The car will decide.
Helen, no!
Peter!
It's stalled.
No. It's taken us as far as we need to go. This is the end of the line.
Here? There's nothing.
There's something over there. We're right in line with it. And there's no road in. The car couldn't take us any further. You coming?
Derelict.
Well, I want to see everything.
There's nothing to see. No one's been here in years.
Ow. Get some of these. That was a shot.
Gamekeeper, perhaps. Has it occurred to you that we're probably trespassing?
Yes. Yes, I'll tell him as soon as he gets back. Thank you.
Destructive. Wantonly destructive.
Good shooting, sir. But I don't think you were the only one prowling around tonight, sir.
What?
Mrs. Vincent just telephoned, sir, from the lodge cottage. She swears she saw a light in the old ruined house.
A light?
Someone sleeping rough, I suppose.
All the same, I think I'd better take a look.
Would you like me to come along with you, sir? I mean, you never know these days. Might be someone dangerous.
I can handle it.
Are you satisfied?
It brought us here. It meant us to come here.
And you searched the whole place. Now, come on, Helen.
I don't understand it.
Neither do I, but one thing I do know, we're going back to town. And tomorrow you're going to sell that car and forget about the whole thing.
It brought us here for a reason.
A reason that you can't find because it doesn't exist. Now, look, Helen, I'm beginning to lose patience.
Look. Hold this. Right there. It's her. I knew she was here somewhere. All this time she's been crying out to be found. I was right all along.
Yes, I know. That's the pity of it. Because I do love you. You know, I really do love you.
Peter.
She might have stayed there hidden for years and years. Perhaps forever. But now there'll be a hue and cry, and I can't afford that.
Oh, Peter. Why?
J.C. leads a group of magazines. I wanted in, so I thought, get to the wife, get to the man. But it went wrong. It became serious for her. She was actually going to tell her husband. I couldn't have that. That would have completely ruined my chances, so I let her take me for a drive. And after it was over, I took it back to the house. That car. That damned car. Why did you have to buy it?
She made me. To get to you. I was the link.
I told you to get rid of it. I told you to sell that car. I do love you. I do love you. But I have to.
No.
I have to.
No.
recognized him in the restaurant last night. He was the one I saw with Mrs. Jacey.
Please. Please. talking about?
Oh, thanks. When I was out driving just a little while ago, I was on a country road and there was nothing around, and all of a sudden I heard a scream.
Probably somebody noticed the way you drive.
No. It was inside the car. Really. Right inside. and it wouldn't. It just kept going.
Maybe you imagined it. Perhaps you even
No,
dreamed
Peter,
it.
it happened. That radio played a program that was 3 months old. Actually, more than 3 months old. I checked this morning. That shooting took place on April 2nd.
What is all this about?
Murder.